Hello, today is February the 9th. The calendar reads, "The Bible teaches us that God sees not as man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel 16:7. It says that we're unable to know for sure what emotions are going on inside of someone else. Yet, while we refrain from judging others by their outward expressions, many times the outward actions become a window to the soul. And today I have to extend today's recordings, the episode, to probably 6 minutes, and because there's so much goodness to talk about. A little bit of background. Lately, Mr. Ethan has been overspending during his lunchtime at the school. And of course, that caused a little bit of tension, emotional tension on Heather. And so she had this impulse and this intention to help Ethan realize the repercussions and also start forming a new habit. And when she shared this with me, I volunteered to hold a dialogue amongst three of us. And I suggested to Heather that she can just remain calm and make observations, um, and feel free to chime in, right? So that conversation took place on Sunday night, and it was amicable in a sense that not only I was able to help Ethan very calmly realize uh, the consequences of not using money wisely versus um, growing your asset by investing the money onto the right thing. And of course, we touched on health from drinking too much of a soda. And plus, I landed Ethan a benefit of a doubt by um, allowing him to explain whether he was splitting the wealth and then helping underprivileged students, his classmates or schoolmates, to get by their lunchtime, right? But in the end, I encouraged Ethan, instead of immediately cut down what he spent during the lunchtime, but leveraging a week to exploit the budgetary opportunity, uh, and during this week, and figured out what his budget would look like in the future. So not only he would enjoy the lunch to the full benefit, but also leverage the savings for asset accumulations and growth. Um, and of course, Heather jumped in a couple of times with very controlled, but essentially emotional uh, stipulations into the conversation. Okay, overall, it was very positive, and as of last night, when I picked up Ethan from a diving class, we didn't mention anything, but he volunteered. He said, "Hey, Dad, just want you to know that I was able to save $3 from today's lunch." I said, "Wow, that's awesome. How did you do that?" And he said, "Well, I figured I could just save a few dollars every lunch, but I can reward myself um, twice a week for the good deeds and for my accomplishment." I said, "Yeah, I don't think you could reward yourself for like 3 times a week if you like." And I said, "Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you for telling me. You are such a responsible and responsive young man," right? So it was a very, very nice lessons learned in terms of helping the youngsters to be responsible in such a pleasant and helpful and a productive way in communications. And I feel such a um, blessing, filled my heart. Love filled my heart, in terms of how to carry this on in the future as well. And in the meantime, yesterday I had a very brief conversation with Heather as well. I asked her how, you know, was that helpful, right? And she said it was okay. And of course, today I got the coaching. Instead of asking, was that helpful? I should ask her something like, hey, tell me what you were thinking, since that we sat and met with Ethan, right? That would be an open-ended question. Essentially, let her to pour out her emotions and the feelings, and lend her a opportunity to share other opportunities if we can further this conversation, right? But with that said, I am pumped up. I'm fired up, and I'm blessed by the occasion and the coachings, and also the opportunity to be observable and also be self improving. And ZooMe,